Okay, so let's look at some of the items in the drawing palette. Right, so we click on line, and as we've been trying, you can just click and click to position a line. Is that easy? Now, if you want to draw with dimensions, again, for line, the shortcut for line, you can just hit L on your keyboard and then hit enter. Now, mind you, the space bar also acts as enter in AutoCAD, so you can use the space bar in place of the actual enter key. So if your dynamic input is on, as mine is, you can enter the specific coordinates where you want to begin. So let's say if I want to start at, let's say 50, then I hit tab 50 and then enter. Right, so that's where I want to start. I can put in a length of, let's say, 200 and then move up 150. Now I'm constrained because my auto mode is on. If I turn auto off, then I have all of this. So now I can go, let's say, 85 in an angle of, let's say, 35. Right, so I can have that. So whatever you need to do, you can do that. So that is just line for us. So I use a window to select all of that and hit delete on my keyboard to delete. Now if you click on the arrow, you see that you have a symmetrical line, which is an interesting one in AutoCAD Mechanical. My snap to grade is on. Okay, let me leave it on. Okay, now first, one of the skills you have to develop in AutoCAD, especially when it comes to using commands you are not too familiar with, is to read the command line and then see what is going on there. So we are being asked to select an existing center line or the first point of the center line. I don't have an existing center line, so I'll just draw or click to specify the first point, and then I'll click again to specify the end point. So this now becomes my center line. Now look at where the magic occurs. Let's say I want to draw any symmetrical feature. Whatever I draw on the right of the center line will appear on the left of the center line and vice versa. So if I clicked, let's say, if I click there and then click there and then click again, click once again, click, so you see that whatever I have is being mirrored to the other side. And just like that, I have a feature like this. So let's try that one more time. So now mind you, I clicked on the arrow to get the symmetrical line. So I'll first draw in my center line. So I click and then I click. That is my center line. Or alternatively, I'll draw the center line in a horizontal direction. So click the first point, click the next point. This is your center line, and then you continue with your drawing. So I now want to begin my drawing from here. So I can click here. I'll turn the ortho mode on so I have this, I have that, and now I'll track to get that. So see, all the things we've studied so far are now coming into play, right? And then now once I'm done, I hit enter. So this is the use of the symmetric line. And the last one is a zigzag line. It works just like any other, just like the normal line. So you click and click, and that gives you a zigzag line. And that's all there is to it. Okay. Right, so that's lines for us, and you see that you will not successfully be able to use lines if you are not familiar with uh, some of the commands on the status bar. That is why we first went through how to use some of the commands on the status bar.